In the last class, we have discussed the synopsis on gravitational potential, and also we have taken few questions on this. Today we will take some more questions on gravitational potential. My today's first question. Suppose if we have a semicircular ring of radius r and mass m, then what is the gravitational potential at the center of this semicircular ring? Okay, this is once again similar to electric potential. Okay, let's start. See, we know potential is a scalar physical quantity. Therefore, this can be added algebraically. Assume for a minute this ring is divided into large number of small elements. Large number of small elements like this. Then potential at the center is equal to sum of potentials due to these small portions. Then according to yesterday's class, electric potential at a point due to large number of masses is given by minus capital G into summation of mass divided by distance. Here, for each mass, capital G remains same. Capital G remains same. That's why I can write V is equal to minus G. And you take each portion is at same distance R. Therefore, here R is also same for each small portion, that is equal to radius, into summation of mass of each small portion. You know, if you add all masses, then we get total mass of the ring. Therefore, V can be written as minus capital G capital M divided by R is the gravitational potential at the center of the ring. Okay, pause the screen and calculate. So note down. My next question. Suppose if we have a sphere, or you take earth, consider it is a earth. You know, at certain height, say h, gravitational potential is equal to minus 5.12 into 10 to the power 7 joule per kg. And at the same height, acceleration due to gravity is equal to 6.4 meter per second square. Then what is this height h is equal to is our question. You know, it's clear that at this height V is given, G is asking, V is given, G is given, H is asking. For that, we know we have to relate V is equal to minus capital G capital M by distance square. Assume from center of the earth to the given point distance is smaller, so it is a r square, sorry, r for potential. And at the same height, acceleration due to gravity is capital G capital M divided by distance square. You know, if I bring this r square this side, then V can be written as minus G r square, because G into r square is nothing but capital G capital M divided by this r. And as you know, this r and this r get cancels. If I bring this G down, then r can be written as minus V by G. Already V is given, G is given. Substitute and simplify, you get r. R means here to here distance. But you know, this is nothing but radius of the earth. Then H can be written as r minus capital R. Using this calculator, for that subtract radius of the earth. You know, radius of the earth is 6,400 kilometer. You get your answer. Please pause the screen and try yourself. Okay, so r is equal to minus V means 5.12 into 10 to the power 7. G means 6.4, or r can be written as minus, this is also minus, keep in mind. So minus into minus plus, this can be written as 512 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 640. Then r, you can solve. 8 is a 64. 64, okay. It is 8 tens are 8 eights are. Or r can be written as 0.8 into 10 to the power 7, or 8,000 into 10 to the power 3 meter, or 8,000 kilometer. You know, H can be written as r minus r, or 8,000 kilometer minus 6,400 kilometer is nothing but what? Maybe 1,600 kilometer is the answer. Okay, please write down. See next question. Suppose we have a sphere of radius r, having mass m. Then see, at the center of the sphere we have placed another mass small m. At the center of the sphere we have placed capital M, and mass of sphere is also capital M. Then what is the gravitational potential at a point inside the sphere which is at a distance of r by 2? Means, once again I will explain the problem. We have a hollow sphere. It is a hollow sphere of mass m. Hollow sphere of mass m. And at the center of this hollow sphere we have placed one more mass, capital M. Mass of this particle and mass of the sphere are same. Then what is the electric potential at a point which is at a distance r by 2 from the center is the question. Then solution. You know, at this point there are two potentials. One is due to sphere, another is due to particle. Therefore total potential is equal to potential due to sphere plus potential due to particle placed at the center. You know, potential due to this sphere. As you know, this point is inside the hollow sphere. As I told yesterday, potential inside the hollow sphere is same as potential on the surface. Therefore, this can be written as minus capital G capital M by R. Okay, then plus due to this particle say minus capital G capital M divided by this distance, that is R by 2. If you simplify, mostly it will be minus 3 G M divided by R. This is the gravitational potential at the center of this sphere. Okay, note down. Next question. See, we have two particles, capital M. Say it is a small m. Both are separated by, say, distance d. Both are separated by distance d. Then question is, we know due to two masses, somewhere on line joining 2 there is field, gravitational field is 0. Assume here say at a distance x, from capital M, E gravitational field is 0. Then at the same point V is how much? The point where field is 0, at that point what is the gravitational potential is the question. Okay. So method of solution. First I'll give method of solution, then I'll put a direct relation. See, first we have to calculate where E is 0. Then to calculate 0E, I gave a simple formula, that is x equal to total distance divided by 1 plus, here I am measuring from small m, therefore I have to take small m in the numerator, denominator capital M raised to 1 by 2 from the mass which is at the denominator. like this. So after complete solution, you can take it's a root into capital M. If you simplify, it is root M, and take LCM, it will be root M plus root M into D. Then this remaining distance is equal to D minus X. Then D minus X can be written as D minus X means this root M divided by root M plus root M into D. Probably by taking LCM, if you simplify, denominator will be root M plus root M. Then after simplification, this root M and root M get cancelled. Finally, we get this into D. Then what is the electric potential V is equal to? To calculate V is equal to, at this point there are two potentials. One is due to capital M, another is due to small m. Then to calculate this, V is equal to minus G is outside in brackets mass divided by distance. Mass is capital M, corresponding distance is X. X means this. Instead of divided by, if you multiply, we get root M plus root M divided by D into root capital M plus, due to this mass, small m divided by D minus X. Agreed? Then if you, instead of divide, if you multiply, this is root capital M plus root small m divided by D into root M. If you simplify completely, if you simplify this, what will be your answer? So V is equal to minus, here in numerator, so this is as it is, numerator capital root capital M plus root small m is common, in denominator D is common. Here M divided by root M plus M divided by root M. Hope you know what to do. This root M, if you cancel use, you will get root into capital M, you get root into small m. Then final answer will be V is equal to minus capital G in bracket root M plus root small m whole square divided by D. So this is the direct formula you have to use to calculate gravitational potential at a point where gravitational intensity is 0. In most of the books you get questions on this. Okay, please copy. Now, questions are based on relation between gravitational potential and gravitational intensity. Gravitational potential and gravitational field or field intensity, right? That is the relation, the problems on relation between V and E. So it's very easy. Once again, I'll remind you what we have taken in this heading. First, so potential difference can be written as work done per unit mass, and dV can also be written as E can be written as minus dV by dx. In vector form and other things we have taken in the last hour, so no need to take again here. My first question is, if V is equal to x plus y plus z joules per kg, then E is equal to how much at point 2, 2, pause the screen and try to calculate. As we know, E is equal to minus dV by dx I cap minus dV by dy j cap minus dV by dz k cap. Means this is differentiated with respect to x, this is differentiated with respect to y, it is differentiated with respect to z. Then final answer, please try, you will get your answer. Verify your answer. So next question, same. If E is equal to, now I am taking E is equal to 2x I cap minus 3y square j cap, then V is if V is equal to 0 at origin. Origin means 0, 0. Then V is equal to how much at, you can take anything, 2, 3. Hope this kind of problems we have solved in electrostatics. See here, as I told, E is given, V is required. To get that, our formula was V is equal to integration of dV equal to integration of E dr, where r varies from initial to final. You know, here V initial to V final. Directly I will try to write integration of dV is V. Our initial V was 0. Final is V. Here integration of E with respect to R. R means it may be X, it may be Y. So first I take here integration of 2x is to x square by 2. Limits. Initial x origin means it is 0, 0. Initial x is 0, final is 2. Minus integration of 3y square with respect to y. 3 y cube by 3. Initial y is 0, final y is 3. Hope further you can simplify yourself. Try. Copy that. So next question, v is equal to x square y, then e is equal to how much at 1, 2. Try yourself. Then we know e can be written as minus dv by dr, or maybe x or y. After simplification you may get minus x square. So first I should take x square y as it is. Differentiation of x square is 2x I cap minus then y x square as it is. Differentiation of y is y. It's a j cap. Then we want at 1, 0 means x equal to 1, y is equal to 0. Substitute, you can get your answer. First I'll write e is equal to minus 2xy I cap minus x square j cap. Substitute and simplify, you get your answer. See the solution. Minus 2 I will take as it is. Here x varies from 1 initial, if nothing is given means 0, 1 minus 0. Here y 2 minus 0 I cap minus x square means 1 square minus 0 j cap. Finally it will be 2, 1, maybe 4, minus 4 I cap minus j cap. It is e. I am getting in vector form. So if you want magnitude, take root 4 square plus 1 square, maybe root 17 is your answer. Check it. So next homework, if E is equal to 3x square I cap minus 2y j cap plus 4z cube k cap, then what is V is equal to how much at point 1, 2, 3. It is your homework. Please note down. Next kind of question on this. In a gravitational field, say it is my reference point. At a distance r0, potential is V0. At a distance say r, potential is V. If E varies as minus k by r, then V is how much? It's a question. Means simple is, in a gravitational field, if intensity varies as minus k by r, and if V0 is the potential at a distance r0 from the reference point, then what is V is equal to at a distance r is the question. Then hope it's very simple. V is asking, E is given. Then as usual, we know dV or V can be written as integration of dV, where it varies from V initial to V final, is equal to minus integration of E dr. Here R initial to R final. As we know, integration of dV is V, initial potential is V0, final is V. That equal to integration of, it is minus as it is, E can be written as minus k by r dr. Here r varies from r0 to r. Hope it's very easy. This is V minus V0. Here minus into minus plus, k is outside, integration of 1 by r dr. Here r0 r. You know, integration of 1 by r is log r. V minus V0 is equal to k into log r, varies from r0 to r. Hope it's easy. K, it is a log r minus log r0 This is like log A minus log B. Then V can be written as V naught. If you send minus becomes plus. It's plus K log R by R naught. This is the answer. Pause the screen and note down. Next kind of question is A. E is equal to 2I cap plus 2J cap Newton per kg. Then what is the work done to move the particle? What is the work done to move the particle of mass 10 kg from origin, means 0, 0 to 1, 2. You can take any value. Your values are not important. Okay. Then what is the answer? Background required to solve the problem is, we know potential difference can be written as work done per unit mass. Work done per unit mass. Or work done dW can be written as m naught into dV. Here m naught is equal to 10 kg given, but dW is given, we want W. Therefore, we have to integrate this. Since mass is constant, I can take it out. Hope you can do yourself. Pause the screen and try. So come back. dW can be written as m naught into dV, or W can be written as integration of dW, or m naught into integration of dV, or W can be written as m naught integration of dW can be written as E into dr, where r varies from initial to final. Hope E means this, integrate this with respect to x and y, you can get your answer. Try. See here, W can be written as m naught. See here, first I should take x component. Integration of 2I cap dx. Then x varies from 0 to 1. Plus integration of 2 j cap into dy. This cap we can write later also, not necessary here. 2 dy, y varies from 0 to 2. Hope you can do yourself. M naught is a 10. This is 2x is 0 to 1 plus 2y 0 to 2. It's a 10 in the bracket, maybe 2 plus maybe 4, maybe 60 joule is the answer. Okay, next problem, slight change. If E is equal to 2I cap plus 2J cap Newton per kg, then what is the work done to move a mass 10 kg from the point say 0, 0 to 1, 2 along the line? If along the line is mentioned, that is 2x plus 3y, along the line 2x plus 3y is equal to 0, then what could be your answer? If along the line is given, then what to do? As we know, gravitational field is a conservative one. Therefore, work done by the gravitational field or work done against the gravitational field is independent of path. Hence, along the line is not important here. That line may be anything. It only depends on initial and final positions. Okay, I will give you one question for homework that I have written and with answer. That is, E is equal to 2I cap plus 3 J cap Newton per kg. Then what is the work done to move from initial point to get answer? Initial point 1, 1, 1 to R final is 2, 1 by 3. Along the line 2x plus 3y is equal to 5. Okay, this is your homework. I'll discuss this problem in the next hour. Or practice, its answer is 0. We'll continue next gravitational potential energy in the next hour.